What's up, guys? Welcome back to Weekly Weird News.
Life sucks. Should have voted for that giant Meteor 2016, am I right?
Don't blame me, I voted for the Meteor.
Well, guess what, funny man? Yeah, you with all the jokes. You may actually be in luck. Any day now, the universe might just decide that, hey, you know what? We gave this planet a whole 65 million years to get its shit together, and we should have pulled the damn plug a long time ago. Those dinosaurs were assholes, but at least they were fucking dinosaurs.
They were cool looking.
Yeah. In all seriousness though, an asteroid or a comet a mile wide could be heading straight towards Earth right now, ready to kill us all, and there currently would be absolutely nothing that mankind could do about it. Merry Christmas.
But I've seen so many movies where people save the day. Primarily white Americans.
Usually Bruce Willis.
Now the good news, or bad news if you're really holding out hope that the Electoral College would choose the giant meteor 2016 at the last minute, is that the likelihood of that kind of extinction happening is very, very slim. More than you can even comprehend. Still, some scientists think that it's definitely something we should have a plan in place for, just in case.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, at the annual meeting of the American Geophysical Union, NASA researcher Dr. Joseph Knuth gave a presentation on just what kind of safeguards currently are possible. Though in his presentation, he did say, the biggest problem, basically, is there's not a hell of a lot we can do about it at the moment. You can't even prepare.
No. He did point out, though, that just this past January, NASA set up a whole new department called the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. Coolest office ever.
Yeah.
It's specifically devoted to tracking near-Earth, potentially hazardous asteroids and comets, and coming up with protocols for what to do in the event that one gets a little too close. Apparently, there's around 1,500 of these near-Earth objects detected every year, and NASA has only even been tracking them since 1998. The same year that the classic Michael Bay film Armageddon was released in theaters.
Hey, we should probably do something about this.
Yeah. Oh shit. Thanks, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Unlike in that movie though, the most that the Planetary Defense Coordination Office would be able to do in the event of a likely impact would be issuing early warnings to other government agencies like FEMA about timing, location, and potential effects of an impact.
I like the idea that they probably will at some point when this happens call a bunch of Hollywood writers into the office and be like,
what would you do?
Please, we need ideas.
Yeah.
We'll be the ones that figure out how to actually execute on these, but you guys are creative, right? Give us some ideas.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken had it right.
Yeah, what'd they do?
That's the Michael Bay. They actually brought him in. It's like, okay, there's a big, bomb, a big threat.
I think that was South Park, actually.
No, was that?
No, South Park brought in Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
They brought in Michael Bay too, and he goes, "Wah, blah, blah, blah."
TV.
I think it
Let
was.
us know.
Anyways, Dr. Newt's personal recommendation to NASA is that they should build an interceptor rocket to keep in storage alongside an observer spacecraft, testing them frequently so that they're ready to go on short notice. Because, as he points out, with a lot of these near-Earth objects, we only get about 2 years of heads up from detection to potential impact. Boom. And spaceflight missions take about 5 years to plan.
Uh-oh.
That'd probably put a little fire under their butt, though.
Maybe you should work a little faster, NASA.
Yeah, dumbass.
Kinda need you to hurry things up
And
here.
then they look back at us and they're like, you guys cut our fundings year after year.
I don't know what you want me to do. Why don't you call up Elon Musk?
Yeah, now even with a rocket in storage and ready to launch within a year, though, he says it would be basically a Hail Mary pass. If that fails, it's all up to Bruce Willis and his ragtag group of offshore oil rig workers to land on an asteroid and drill a nuke into it. Sorry, that was Armageddon again, but like I said,
It's a good idea.
It's our best
very
option.
good idea. We should look into that.
Yeah.
Maybe Trump will take care of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, while we don't yet have that Hail Mary option that he described, the folks at Planetary Defense are currently planning something called the Asteroid Redirect Mission to test out one possible way to deal with an asteroid. Sometime in the next few years, they plan to pick a nearby asteroid and send an unmanned solar-powered spacecraft to approach it, observe it, pick out a nice big boulder the size of a car that's sitting on the asteroid, and then have the craft pick up that boulder and orbit the asteroid using the boulder's mass to alter the gravity of the asteroid and change its course. They'll then bring that big boulder they're carrying into the moon's orbit where astronauts can go and study it, because the only asteroids that they've been able to look at so far are ones that burned through the Earth's atmosphere and crashed. Not the best specimens to study.
Yeah. A similar mission called osiris-rex launched back in September, sending an unmanned craft towards an asteroid called Bennu that has a relatively high probability of hitting us around 175 years from now. Whoops. Osiris-rex will arrive at Bennu in August of 2018 and orbit it for several months, conducting highly detailed scans of Bennu's surface before blasting a quick burst of nitrogen gas into Bennu's surface to kick up dust and rocks that Osiris will collect and then bring back to Earth, all the way in 2023 to be analyzed, just before Kanye runs. Again, this is happening because we've observed plenty of asteroids, but never gotten a thorough look at what they're made of or what they're like before they burn up in the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah, much like in Armageddon when they went up there to drill into the asteroid and they're like, oh shit, this is actually a lot more dense. Our diamond-encrusted drills that we usually use for offshore oil drilling are not strong enough. So Bruce Willis is gonna have to sacrifice his life while Aerosmith plays.
And he used his bald head.
Yeah.
Drilled right through it.
No, Ben Affleck, you get on the elevator. You go fuck my daughter good.
Yes.
You remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, again, for now, there isn't really jack shit we can do to stop an asteroid, but we can come up with protocols for what to do in the event of one. Last month, NASA and other government agencies like the Federal Emergency Management Agency conducted a fun little simulation of what would happen if a 330-foot asteroid were just discovered to be hurtling straight towards Los Angeles. With just 4 years' notice, there would be not enough time to build and launch what is called a kinetic impactor, which is a rocket launched directly into the asteroid. So then the simulation was all about evacuation, because that's your only option at that point. In this simulation, the asteroid's explosion had a 30-mile blast radius and killed tens of thousands of people, presumably including us.
Nah, I'm not gonna listen to the government. I'm gonna stay right here in our studio where I feel safe.
Yeah. What does InfoWars say about this asteroid?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna hit us. So anyway, hopefully the simulation helped them come up with some rock-solid emergency asteroid plans, because I don't want to be killed by an asteroid.
Yeah, people can't even get to work in LA, let alone leave if there's an emergency.
Oh yeah, everyone that lives in LA just leave now.
Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Where am I gonna go? Vegas?
You're gonna be like Harvey Fierstein in Independence Day. You sit in your car, and he's like, "Oh shit,
I'm gonna
the
die.
explosion's coming towards my car."
I should have left earlier.
Moving on though, if our woeful inadequacy in the asteroid defense department is turning you into a nihilist with no hope of our future, or if you just care about having a great time in the here and now because fuck it, well, meet Australian of the Week, Luke Brett Moore. He was recently in the news thanks to criminal proceedings against him stemming from a bank glitch that gave him an unlimited line of credit, which of course he proceeded to blow on a carefree life of decadence and excess for the next few years. It all started back in 2010 when 22-year-old Luke Brett Moore suffered a 1-2 punch, getting into an expensive car accident and also losing his job. His bank account didn't even have enough to cover his next mortgage payment. Sad.
But then, somehow, the scheduled bank transfer from his account at Australia's St. George Bank to his mortgage company, it went through. And then another payment went through.
Must be a nice rich guy.
And then every payment for the next year went through, despite no money. He eventually got bold and decided to just start withdrawing large amounts of money. First $5,000 redues, then $50,000 redues. And not worrying about how the hell he was ever gonna actually cover any of this, he bought himself a car, though nothing fancy. He then got tired of that though and decided to upgrade to a slightly better car. But he only used that new car so that he could drive the couple hundred miles to Sydney to pick up a Maserati.
As you do. He then went up to Gold Coast in Queensland to hang out and party for a weekend and just decided to stay there and keep the party going. He told the BBC, "It was pretty awesome. I had a good time up there, that's for sure. I was just doing what most young guys do when they're that age and they've got a bucket load of cash. Just having fun and partying. I went to strip clubs and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on girls, alcohol, cocaine and whatever else. I also got a fishing boat. I love that. I got a $10 note by street artist Banksy. That was one of my most treasured possessions, along with a drum skin signed by Amy Winehouse." That's exactly how he said it.
I think you're probably right.
In 2 short years, he had made 50 withdrawals from his bank account, totaling nearly $2 million dues.
Eventually, though, the party had to end. It always does. While staying at his mother's house in 2012, the home was raided and Moore was arrested, eventually released on bail. And then in
He
2015...
put the bail on his card? I got this, guys, don't worry.
Hey, just put it on my St. George bank account. I don't think so, buddy. In 2015, he was found guilty of obtaining financial advantage by deception and dealing with the proceeds of crime. He was sentenced to prison for a maximum of 4.5 years, which sucks, but arguably isn't that bad of a trade. Spending 2 years living like a king off $2 million that aren't yours and then the next 4 in prison, I think that's a deal that plenty of people would gladly take.
Yeah. During Moore's first 6 months of his prison sentence, he taught himself all about Australia's legal system so he could represent himself in his bail hearings. Because he was broke and no lawyers wanted to take on his case. And at his bail hearing, he actually managed to convince the judge to let him out on bail just 6 months after going to prison. Following that, he filed an appeal for his conviction and, along with an attorney, presented a solid enough defense that just this month, he was acquitted of all wrongdoing, on the grounds that he didn't have any actual legal obligation to inform the bank that their computer system was giving him unlimited money.
I mean, of course, he's still back to being broke, but he told the BBC, From all the comments on social media, I can't do it. From all the comments on social media, it seems that many other young and foolish people would have done the exact same thing. However, given the opportunity, I wouldn't do it again. It devastated my life and family, and it wasn't worth a couple of good months with the strippers and some cocaine.
Sure.
My whole life was nearly ruined. It's only now that I've been able to turn my experience into a positive. I'm currently studying law at university and will be a criminal lawyer in 2 years' time.
Yeah, this turned out great for everyone.
This will be the Australian version of Catch Me If You Can, or something like that.
My next thing will be getting that guy off a sock and a kangaroo. That Roo had it coming.
Luckily,
PETA's all fucking pissed off about that too, by the way, but when aren't they?
Yeah, well, the guy, he's a zookeeper.
The kangaroo deserved it.
Yeah, that kangaroo was being a jerk.
Yeah.
Come on.
Now, listen, it certainly takes big balls to pull off a high wire act like that, but if you, for whatever reason, wish you literally had bigger balls, well, the world of cosmetic surgery now has you covered. You know Botox? That substance that people get injected into their face to relax their facial muscles and remove the appearance of wrinkles? Well, say hello to Scrotox, which is, yep, you guessed it, Botox for your scrotum. It's not just an amazing pun, and it's not just a joke from Dave Chappelle's 2004 stand-up special, For What It's Worth, where he talked about wanting balls as smooth as eggs. It's apparently a real thing that men are paying very good money for these days.
Yeah, so that's according to New York City plastic surgeon Dr. John Mesa, who told Men's Health that he's performed Scrotox on 15 men, though he prefers to call the procedure ball ironing.
Oh, that makes it sound better.
Which isn't any less gross.
Oh, yeah.
And it works the same way as regular Botox. He injects it into your scrotum, and it relaxes the muscles of the scrotum, smoothing out all those wrinkles and making your balls hang lower so they look bigger. The procedure takes around 40 minutes, and the results last for up to 4 months, and it only costs between $500 and $800 per session. What a deal.
What woman or gay man, if you're in that relationship, looks at your balls and goes, wow!
Why are all those wrinkles there?
No, I'm saying afterwards, wow, look at those balls!
These balls are smooth as heck.
Amazing balls.
Oh my God, those balls are as smooth as eggs. Yes, I'll suck them.
Scrotox procedure, $800. The look on her face when she sees that your balls are as smooth as eggs, that is priceless. Is this something women were concerned at all about? We don't know. But one totally real recipient of Dr. Mesa's Scrotox procedure spoke to the always reliable Cosmopolitan about it and said that having a more relaxed scrot was great for sex with his girlfriend, writing, "The sex was great! It did make the sex more enjoyable. While it doesn't make sex last longer, along with the aesthetics, my lower hanging, relaxed, and looser balls were more stimulating for my girlfriend. For her, she says it does stimulate the vulva region more and perhaps even the clitoris when we have sex in certain positions. As they are lower, they can reach places on her body better. So if your sex life doesn't have enough balls slapping against vulvas, I mean, Scrotox could be the thing for you."
Oh yeah, hit me harder with those balls.
Mm-hmm. I want to get them big and long enough till they swing all the way up to the front and hit them right in the chin.
Whoop!
Can you suck my balls while I fuck you from behind?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the new
fetish. It opens
fetish.
up a whole bunch of new possibilities.
That's my fetish.
But let's say you can't afford to get your girlfriend the gift of perfectly smooth egg-like balls that swing like a pendulum when you're fucking. Well, you'll still probably be fine without it. But there is a much more affordable gift out there that's even more pointless. A rock in a pouch.
I love this thing.
Sorry, not a rock in the pouch. This is a medium leather-wrapped stone, and it's only $85 at Nordstrom.com.
Yeah.
Wait, what? It's sold out? God damn it, this is like this year's Tickle Me Elmo.
Sure is.
Just can't get it. Now what am I supposed to tell my girlfriend when she opens up my gifts on Christmas morning and there is not a medium leather wrapped stone for her?
You pull your pants down and say, look at these.
Look at these balls, they're smooth as eggs.
Now in all seriousness, yes, this was a real product being sold on Nordstrom's.com last week, and it did actually sell out. I mean, Coachella's right around the corner. Yes. Everyone's gonna want their medium-sized rock in a leather pouch.
Check it out.
Hey man, I don't need a VIP pass, I got my rock with me. Anyways, this is all despite even the item description having no idea what the hell this is or why it's being sold at all. A paperweight, a conversation piece, a work of art, it's up to you. But this smooth Los Angeles area stone wrapped in rich, vegetable tan American leather secured by a sturdy contrast backstitching is sure to draw attention wherever it rests. Yeah, definitely. Attention like, what the fuck is that? Is that a rock in a leather pouch? Did your kid make that in kindergarten arts and crafts or something? Wait, you paid $85 for that fucking thing? Yeah, great conversation starter.
Yeah. Hey, nice rock. I don't know if we're friends anymore. Because you're an idiot.
Yes.
Anyway, speaking of conversation starters, let's move on to the second half of the show where we read off some of the best weird headlines that we read on actual news websites this past week, starting with
California prison inmates create mannequin challenge video with contraband phones.
Yeah, I mean,
People have a habit of getting themselves in trouble with these mannequin challenges.
Yeah, they really, like, they go out on the line for these things. Last week it was those guys that all got arrested for owning a bunch of illegal guns and drugs.
Well, it's like with any of those challenges. Remember planking?
Yeah.
You gotta make it the most extreme best thing ever, and no one's gonna watch it. So you go planking on the side of a 50-story building, and next thing you know, you're tumbling off of it.
Well, it's like the life of that kind of, like, challenge meme.
Very short.
And at a certain point, you have to, like, if you catch it at the end, it's like, oh, any regular mannequin challenge, who gives a shit? Get out of here. But if it's a mannequin challenge that you filmed on a cell phone that your girlfriend smuggled using her vagina into a prison, that's impressive.
Yes.
I mean,
good for them, I
they're
guess.
all in big trouble now, but like,
Oh, no,
Good for them.
put me in prison?
yeah, I guess. Oh no, what are you gonna do?
Not kill
I'm
me.
already here. Checkmate.
Yeah.
Cleveland weatherman refuses to shave until Browns win. Made a terrible mistake.
Is he fired now?
No, he just looks like fucking Father Time.
Does he have a cool name like our weatherman, Dallas Raines or whatever his name is?
I don't recall his name, but he was a very handsome guy before he decided to put his faith in the Cleveland Browns, who are currently 13-0.
0-13.
Still 3 more.
Yeah.
Still 3 more chances to.
At some point, his producers gotta be like, you have to fucking shave that thing.
I don't know. Like, I think the people of Cleveland have a weird relationship with the Browns, where it's like they might be losers, but there are losers.
So their weatherman.
And they also
the entire time.
I mean, they also, like, their basketball team's good, their baseball team's good. Like, they're okay with the Browns sucking, and they can still have faith in it without it really crushing their spirits. But yeah, this guy, the beard.
Is he gonna do it in the off season too?
I think he looks miserable in this fucking beard. Like,
Yeah,
he does
well, that's
not
the thing.
look
Is
happy
like,
about
but
it.
he should have to keep it until next season.
Until they
actually
Yeah.
win a game. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I'm not gonna shave this beard until the Cubs win a World Series. 100 and however many years long beard.
Yeah, that's why you don't. You just.
He should also not cut his fingernails. He looks like that lady from Guinness Book of World Records, the old Indian guy. There they are.
America's first freak show weatherman.
Yeah.
Can't point the damn screen. It's
Yeah.
curly.
Yeah.
Over here, you have it.
He lifts it up when they break off. I've got to start over.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to fire you. Well, I'm not shaving it until the Browns win.
Yeah. So he just sits on the edge of a freeway embankment.
Homeless now.
Go Browns. Rent-A-Jew project hopes to ward off anti-Semitism in Germany.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just rent a Jew. It's not gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That's a mean Jew joke. That's the very thing that they're trying to put a stop to over there.
So what do? They clean your house or something?
No, it's like
Do your accounting?
It's a group of, apparently there's only about 100,000 Jews in Germany, and they're all the toughest Jews of all, because they were like,
I'm not going anywhere.
You know what?
I don't care if the asteroid's coming.
Yeah, no, we're gonna stay here.
Yeah.
You can hate us all you want. We lived through it. But yeah, it's a group of them. They it's mostly like for high schools and shit. Like you do a seminar where they're like, hey, I'm a Jew. You've never seen one of these before. Let's talk. And I don't know, it seems pretty interesting. Like they went to one high school and there was like a Muslim kid there, and he's like, yeah, it was really interesting learning about like the Jewish religion. And also, it turns out a lot of the things that I'd heard about them, not actually true.
Oh, yeah, you think?
Like, that's good. Glad you caught that now.
Yeah, we should send cultural ambassadors to all high schools.
We should.
Yeah. Break the ice.
Yeah. We had actually in my high school, we had a Jewish cultural ambassador come, but he was like, really, really orthodox, and the only thing I remember about it was that he like asserted that he believed the world was only 6,000 years old, and I'm like, well, I'm not listening to anything else this guy
what a fucking
says.
asshole.
Like, that's not true.
We had Native Americans come to my elementary school for that, and I got in trouble for calling them old fogies, but not Indians. I got in trouble for calling them old fogies.
Were they old?
Yeah, they were old.
What's the problem?
Apparently there was one.
Equal rights, equal fights.
I was like, I was very young. It was elementary school. I was like, look at these old fogies. And they're like, boom, 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 boom. Or whatever
Really?
Indians do.
Whatever they do. Indians, all of them. Jesus Christ. This is why we need shit like
I
this.
know.
For
It-
adults.
It didn't help me in elementary school.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
Jesus. Passport photo checking service tells Asian man to open eyes.
This guy needs a cultural ambassador.
Yeah, it seems like the passport thing does too. Apparently he had to retake the photo 9 times. The computer kept being like, I see what you're doing. Trying to close your eyes.
Yeah.
Let's get a look at those eyes. And then he was like, Is this good enough?
Is he just grunting in his picture?
Oh, trying so hard.
Yeah. They should have like live Photoshop Snapchat filter eyes that just follow it around.
Or you should get googly eyes and just wear that. See?
And you thought your day was bad? Suspects pocket dial 911, discuss plans to rob restaurant where police chief was eating. Hey chief, you still down there at the Denny's?
Yeah, what's up? There's a couple
These
guys in the
fucking
parking
idiots.
lot.
These fucking morons are about to rob you.
Yeah.
Also, they said their guns aren't loaded.
Yeah, well, they didn't even have guns. They couldn't even, like, figure out a charge to charge these guys with.
Yeah.
But they got them for being completely wasted, and even the police, they're like, yeah, it seems like they were just really drunk and, like, stupid.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, you think we could rob this place? I think we could get away with it. I'm feeling pretty coordinated.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Kentucky. One less woman in politics. Wonder Woman loses job as UN ambassador.
You're fired.
Lock her up.
But she was like the ambassador to like, it wasn't a real thing. Obviously it wasn't a real thing because Wonder Woman doesn't
fictional.
exist.
Well, that was the problem.
Yeah.
Like, she was supposed to be like the women's rights pro-women ambassador, but a lot of people were like, you know, there's actual, like, real-life women out there
that have done great things for society and don't fly around in invisible planes.
You've got this little girl over here, Malala. She got shot in the fucking face and kept going to school under threat of violence.
Maybe a fictional character should step aside.
No, I think we should get Wonder Woman. Look at those thighs. Yeah. That's a real woman.
She looks great.
She looks great, I mean.
Oh, God. Good riddance. High schoolers charged with feeding home ec teachers semen.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's gross.
You know, they put it in the icing for all the like the little cupcakes they were
Still,
making.
I gotta like, were they jerking off together?
Yeah, that's the weird part. They were all like,
hey, you know, it'd be funny if we all jerked off together.
Yeah, they came up with a plan. And they're like, all right, let's go. And then they went to the bathroom and they all individually like jerked off in stalls and then added it to the mix and then fed it to the teacher. And then they were probably like,
you ate our jizz, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, some other student was like, hey, teacher, I'm pretty sure they were talking about jizzing into the.
So what happened then?
Well, she probably like puked everywhere and like freaked out. They this is
Did
another
she
one.
get charged with rape?
No, but this is another one where they're like, we can't find a law on the books that actually
it's some kind of sexual assault.
Fits. Yeah, you would think, but yeah, they're having a lot of trouble finding a law to like properly prosecute these kids with.
Because they're minors too. It's her fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was asking for it. Shouldn't have been teaching that class.
Yeah.
What class were you teaching?
Well, if you're teaching home ec to a bunch of teenage boys, you gotta expect semen's gonna end up in one of the
You're asking for it.
Tired of abductions, Mexican townsfolk kidnapped drug boss's mom.
Yeah.
Take that.
It's not fun having your family members kidnapped, is it?
How do you like it? Asshole.
Yeah.
Well, did it work?
They got a few of the hostages back. I don't know. Some parts of Mexico seem like really shitty places to live. This being one of them.
Yeah. You have to kidnap a mob boss to get them to stop.
Please give me my mom back, because I have your mom.
I'm sure that when he gets his mom back, it's all going to be a big goof and he'll be responsible and not kidnap the townsfolk.
I think we all learned a lesson here.
Yeah.
Don't kidnap other people's family members to make a point when you're a drug boss or someone living under the oppressive regime of a local drug boss. Merry Christmas. Feliz cumpleaños.
Yes. Well, that's solved.
Yeah. Couponing mom attacked inside grocery store for holding up the line.
I saw this article and I saw like the picture related to it and it was just a tipped over cart and I was like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she documented it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see them?
These couponers are fucking annoying.
Oh, it's terrible.
Give them their own lane.
They should have their own lane, absolutely. It's awful. Yeah, couponing is bad enough, especially these coupon hoarders. And they talk to this woman, she's like, got binders full of them. Like, yeah, I don't want to shop anywhere near you. This happened to her, she's like, I don't know if I can shop at another Kroger again. I'm like, good.
Well, then go spend money somewhere else.
Good, the Kroger that you're never gonna shop at again, that is where everyone is gonna want to shop
Yeah, exactly.
now, just to avoid you.
She's gonna be down ruining the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah. And I mean, like, coupons are bad. I would say what's even worse than coupons, though, my personal pet peeve is people that buy lottery tickets.
What, in line?
Yeah.
I'm
talking more at like convenience stores.
Oh, liquor stores, yeah, they're always
Yeah, they'll buy a lottery ticket, they'll wait, they'll fucking scratch the whole thing out and be like, oh, I didn't win, let me get another one. Oh, I didn't
Luckily,
win.
I've
Let me get
never
another
experienced
one.
that.
No, this happens to me regularly at the 7-Eleven near my house. I'm just like, I just need a fucking bottle of water. Please. You're not gonna win.
UK's oldest footballer seeks new team at 81. It's good to
Yeah.
see that he's spry and running around.
This is the thing, like, you ever play, like, you don't see soccer too much here in the US, but if you ever play, like, pickup games of basketball with old dudes, like
They'll rock your
they'll
shit.
fucking they don't give a shit. They'll take their shirt off. They're covered in sweat and hair, and they'll just go into you. They don't care about like fouls or anything.
They win
like
by grossing everyone out.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. Like they don't feel any pain anymore.
Well, they're invincible too, because no fucking young buck's gonna go out there and try to like get a red card on this guy.
No.
Fucking trip him up or break his legs or something.
Yeah.
This guy's basically dust held together by skin, and I'm not gonna be the one that pops it and sends all that dust everywhere.
He's annoyed because like most people in their 80s or 70s who are still playing football, soccer in the UK are in these leagues called like walking leagues where they're not allowed. They're not allowed to run. But he's like, no, I can still run. I just can't handle actually being slide tackled by a young man because I'll die. So I need something in the middle. I need a league of fellow old guys. So he's like looking through the entire UK for any league. He's like, I'll go 400 miles for a game. Just give me a fucking game.
Good. Good for him.
Yeah.
Dutch restaurant serves up My Little Pony burger made from real horse meat. Yeah, they do eat that over there in Europe. I've had it.
I mean, I'm okay with this because like the horse meat they're using is apparently from like, it's from horses at like the local like racetrack and then the local like county fair or whatever.
Oh, it lost a race. Time to turn it into a burger.
Yeah, but it's like they're just using
Do
meat.
they put sparkles and shit on it? Like My Little Pony?
I can't say yes or no
Is
to
their
that.
clientele primarily fat older dudes wearing fedoras?
I don't know. I think it's just cool Dutch guys who like to smoke weed.
Yeah. Yeah, cool
But,
Dutch guys.
Yeah, I don't know. It's meat that otherwise would just be going to like dog food or something. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it tastes good.
And then at that point, kill the dogs and serve them.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And then kill the people that eat those dogs.
This is the 101 Dalmatians burger.
Yeah.
Delicious.
This place that does it, they sell pigeon breasts, like fucking pigeon breast meat
like
and
that,
crawfish.
Yeah, it's like whatchamacallit down there. The worst Würstekuchen. Where you
Yeah.
can get like the alligator and rattlesnake.
Yeah, rattlesnake, gator, rabbit.
Good stuff.
They're good like base meats because they don't have a really strong taste of their own.
You season around it.
Yeah, you add a bunch of seasoning to it. And
You
that's
see,
what
Blue
taste.
Apron has worked for us.
East Toronto meeting on accessible housing project booked at inaccessible venue.
It's just ironic.
They did it twice too. They
Whoops.
were like, we're gonna have the meeting.
The second
here.
time had to be a point.
The second time, like they don't have the ADA up there, so but yeah,
The American Dental Association?
Americans with Disabilities Act.
Oh.
The first time they booked it at like a local Elks Lodge or whatever, where they had a staircase to get in. The second place, they were like, we're gonna do it at this restaurant. It's easily accessible, ground level. And then they were like, ah shit, the bathroom is in the basement. So we're gonna have to move it again. Let's just reschedule this for new.
Just do it out in the
next year.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Woman hides lighter in roll of fat, lights roll of toilet paper on fire, smokes out holding cell.
This is like the ultimate Florida woman.
Did this happen before?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's she got beat up for beating up her girlfriend.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, her girlfriend called the cops on her. Cops showed up, arrested her. She bit them and fought them and like got out of her cuffs
As
a
you
bunch
do.
of times. She was just a real
Nasty woman?
real nasty woman. They finally like got her into her cell. And she apparently had like a lighter like hidden in some butt cheek fat or something like that, and lit a fire just to like, cause fuck it, I'm a Florida woman and this ain't over till I say it's over. So I mean, she's facing a lot of charges now.
Oh, yeah, well, that's good.
But,
That's good.
good job, lady.
Yeah.
Scientists explore why time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I think that I've read reports on that actually.
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's
Like when your
because-
brain activity is higher, you perceive time as faster.
Well, yeah, and you it's retaining less long-term memory because it's firing so fast or something,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a weird thing, but it's one of those things. It's just like all I've got is circumstantial evidence, and by God, that's all I
Yeah.
need. I'm really bored sometimes, and when
Yeah.
I'm bored,
the time
goes.
is slow.
But like, yeah, a perfect example is the past 2 weeks where we've been doing like 5 times as much content every
I'm
day. to
pretty
get
sure
ready.
you mean the last 2 years, because that's what it feels like.
It feels like Spool was in this office 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And he was here last week.
Yeah.
It's So anyways, but we weren't. This isn't necessarily fun. Having Spool was fun. It's just when your brain's more active, regardless of what it's doing, time just fucking flies.
That's right.
It's crazy. Overdue library book returned to school 120 years late. Well, that's good.
Sorry,
At least he
Teach.
got back, but it's probably worth something now, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's nice that they returned it. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy that checked it out is dead. So is his.
Where'd they send his bill?
They decided to waive the 7,000 pound charges.
Oh, good.
Because apparently it had been checked out by a notable scientist
Yeah.
in the 1800s.
Trying to figure
when he
out
was a
why
student.
time flies.
Yeah, it was like a book about how microscopes work.
Ah.
So his like great granddaughter.
Actually, we don't really need this anymore.
Yeah, it's You can keep it, lady. Thanks, but no thanks. 2 suspects, accompanied by a rooster, stole cases of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer from Northampton convenience store, police say.
I don't think the rooster had anything to do with it.
They had a rooster.
It's a pet rooster.
I was hoping it would be like they had the rooster with them just so people would be like, oh God, what? And then they wouldn't remember their faces because they're like, I don't know what they look like, but it was 2 guys with a rooster.
Yeah, if you find the 2 guys that have a rooster, we're good to go.
That's the best way to commit a crime is to like do something like that.
But add something ridiculous.
Yeah, they only remember one thing about you and not what your face
What
looks
was it like that that one guy robbed someone, but then he gave the pizza guy a bunch of money too? That was like last year.
We cover a lot of crimes on this show.
Yeah,
but yes.
there's something like he gave him like pizza and Mountain
Tried
Dew.
to bribe a bystander with pizza.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works.
And final headline, Ku Klux Klan members say they are not white supremacists.
We don't want to be aligned with that alt-right group, okay,
Yeah.
guys? We are level-headed Ku Klux Klan members.
Well, I don't believe you.
Cautiously optimistic to the fact that maybe you're changing, but
We're not white supremacists. We just think white people are better than everyone else, and we're trying to, you know, keep the white race alive and not get tainted by
other races.
other races.
Basically.
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyways, that's the end of Weekly Weird News. It was a doozy. We're still, I think at this point I'm hungover from the, we filmed the Tuggies right before this, and it involved some drinking, so I'm actually astonished at the fact that we got through this. But congrats to us, I guess. And watch our other videos. There's a brand new Trump update. Of course there is. And also, Phil Arrigo filled in for me on Tech Tuesday. So the whole thing is Phil's report. Enjoy that.
Have fun with all that.
Bye-bye.
Bye.